Hopefully, um, the future of the city girls can be the city girls. And I pray that our egos does not like separate it, or the internet, or uh, guys.
Like, stop posting us. Stop posting us. We don't need y'all to post. I don't post positive about us. Y'all always trying to make us seem like we just got problems with everybody. We just these ghetto.
But we think your new nickname is gonna be Carisha Maxwell. Okay, I don't even know your last name, but we're gonna put Maxwell on it because you're the new Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, you're the chick that is the mother help to the Diddy.
Ain't nobody loving me like this. She loving me like this. That's what's up. That's what the is up. Oh! Oh! Oh!
And you should. Nah, get up.
Now we need to dive deep into this hot mess. We're talking about a real-life ratchet fairy tale, but gone horribly wrong. But kind of makes you want to doubt Shin and bleach and disinfectants after you hear all these crazy details. Yeah, this is the tale of how a former hip-hop duo bond disintegrated over one member's alleged participation in the kind of deviant fantasies and depravity and debauchery that would make the people at the Freaknik take 10 steps back. Yes, y'all, we talking about the city girls. Now let's rewind the tape to how this whole nightmare situation even started. Okay, it was November 2023 when Cassie Did's ex of 11 years shook the whole industry with the bombshell lawsuit, revealed some 50 shades of debauchery type of stuff.
Wow,
You know?
why was it so hard?
Man. Cause I just didn't want to let her go.
In the lawsuit, Cassie essentially exposed Diddy as a deviant who manipulated and gasted her into participating in some crazy activities during their relationship. We're talking, forcing her to put on disturbing assembly shows with other men and women, requiring her to dress up in lingerie and wear specific colors and styles of nail polish that suited his taste. Now the details were very nasty and very hard to stomach, and it left folks questioning just how many other innocents did he exploited and subjected to his smoothie fetishes over the years. Because if he could treat Cassie, this long-term girlfriend, this way, was anybody really safe in his circle? Well, according to the streets and those deep in these internets, JD was definitely one of those people who were deeply concerned about who did he might have roped into his world of freaky depravity. Now her former City Girls group mate Young Miami had been Diddy's main squeeze since 2021, with rumors he'd been pampering her with money, cars, cash, and clothes, and all types of career opportunities.
Relationship status. Mr. Act Bad.
I'm single, you know. I'm single, but I'm dating. I'm just taking my time with life.
So what we is?
We date. We dating. We go have dates. We friends.
Okay.
We go to exotic locations. We have great times. We go to strip clubs. I'm gonna take you to church.
Now, while the rest of the world was celebrating Young Miami bagging her sugar daddy with deep pockets, JD was allegedly peeping the situation like something smells rotten in this dang Diddy kingdom. Now off top, she stayed wary of how quickly Young Miami started changing up and distancing herself from her, especially after getting cozy with Diddy's baller lifestyle. There were signs that their friendship was fracturing, like when JD ended up having to ride solo against Cardi B. Young Miami stayed silent instead of backing up her day one as expected. I do what I want to do. Always have, always will. I cannot retain. Like, then Young Miami started doing some suspect stuff, like announcing her retirement from rap out of the nowhere. She unfollowed the City Girl official Instagram, cutting off the last thread, keeping their professional bond intact, as JD watched in dismay. So by the time Cassie's lawsuit hit, put Did's nasty tendencies on blast for the world to see, JD was already extremely weary of how deep Young Miami was entangled, and all that man's dysfunctional web. An insider alleged JD tried to pull her girl to the side numerous times to voice her concerns, but Young Miami was too drunk off that rich Something was fishy with how Keisha was moving with Diddy. She tried to pull her aside many times, but that money had her blinded. Young Miami doubled down, defending her sugar daddy, hitting the ground with these stage happy family photos. But in a calculated move, she took to Instagram shortly after Cassie's explosive claims to the headlines, posting staged happy family photos that depicted her and Diddy as a perfect picture couple. This was a blatant PR stunt, obviously, and it didn't fool nobody. For JD, who had been trying to pull her former sister out of Diddy's clutches, this publicity stunt was the final straw. And even after all those lawsuits that came out after Cassie, another one came about when we thought that nothing could get any worse. Producer Lil Rod, or Rodney Jones, hit him with an explosive RICO-type lawsuit in February 2024. In it, he accused Diddy of running a whole criminal enterprise facilitating misconduct, and outright named Young Miami as one of those folks who helped recruit young victims.
I apologize to anyone this video may be embarrassing to. Let's just jump right into it. Some of you may know me or may not. I'm a music producer who's a writer and musician. Different genres. I started in the gospel and jazz and R&B and worked my way over to the hip hop side. I've been working on an album. I took a year off straight working on this album. That album is the Love album, Off the Grid by Diddy. And it's Grammy nominated right now as we speak. I should be celebrating, but the truth is I'm not. Taking this album on has required so much time, months and at a time, 16 hours to 24 hours a day. Sometimes, Diddy would request certain works to be done and tell her.
This lawsuit goes on to allege that Young Miami was getting paid a monthly fee by Diddy to help procure other young artists and entertainment folks for his twisted fantasies, cueing fans to call Young Miami one of the ghetto Ghislaine Maxwell for potentially exploiting people in exchange for Diddy's cash and lifestyle. Now one fan voiced the dominant sentiment: Young Miami really traded in her soul and self-respect all are the chance to be a pretty little placeholder in Diddy's roster of side chicks. How's that $500,000 per month treating you now? Says
your new nickname is gonna be Carisha Maxwell. Okay, I don't even know your last name, but we're gonna put Maxwell on it because you're the new Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, you're that is the mother help to the Diddy Jeffrey Epstein operation.
Now for JD, who spent her years watching her former friend slowly get seduced by Diddy's world of money and excess. Elrod's accusations were simply the saddest confirmation of her worst fears. She swiftly cut Young Miami off completely, putting an official end to the city girl after a decade of friendship.
Wow, why was it so hard?
Man, cause I just didn't want to let her go.
In the lawsuit, Cassie essentially exposed Diddy as a deviant who manipulated and gasted her into participating in some crazy activities during their relationship. We're talking forcing her to put on disturbing assembly shows with other men and women, requiring her to dress up in lingerie and wear specific colors and styles of nail polish that suited his taste. Now the details were very nasty and very hard to stomach, and it left folks questioning just how many other innocents had Diddy exploited and subjected to his smoothie fetishes over the years. Because if he could treat Cassie, this long-term girlfriend, this way, was anybody really safe in his circle? Well, according to the streets and those deep in these internets, JD was definitely one of those people who were deeply concerned about who he might have roped into his world of freaky depravity. Now her former City Girls groupmate Young Miami had been Diddy's main squeeze since 2021, with rumors he'd been pampering her with money, cars, cash, and clothes, and all types of career opportunities.